Hey, how's it going? This is Grant Wise, founder of Modern Agent Mastery. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about systems. There's an amazing quote out there. It's really rather simple. It's systems don't fail, people do. And one of the hugest problems that we've noticed in a real estate agent's business are the systems that they don't have in place, which leads to the misorganization, which leads to the inconsistency, which leads to working really hard for a month, getting a couple of deals, taking a week off, and then all of a sudden your business has crashed for another 3 or 4 months. It is really the root of a lot of problems that we see in the industry, and it's really something that not very many people are doing anything about. A very unique statistic from the National Association of Realtors is that most of the industry, within 1 to 2 years of being in the industry, nets between $8,000 and $15,000 in income. And the agents that are around 3 to 5 years, on average, net around $18,900. This is terrible. and I'm just trying to call it like it is. Most real estate agents come into the business and they have no idea what they're doing. And it's not necessarily their fault, it's just really what they were promised. You come into the business, you're going to make all this money, and everything's going to be rainbows and sunshine. And whenever they come in, they're handed the keys to the castle and they're wished a good luck. What most agents don't know how to do is they don't know how to automate and systemize their business to allow them to go out and grow in a really steady way, to allow them the consistency that they've always yearned for. Now, whenever you worked a job, if you've ever had a job, I would assume you have, you were used to being paid every Friday. And if you've been in the industry at all for very long, you're probably missing that consistency in your life. One of the things that you've noticed if you've been in the business 3 or 5 years is kind of like what I first said. You work really hard and you have some deals that come through. You take a day off, you take a week off, a month, something happens, and all of a sudden your entire business crumbles beneath you. You have to work really hard just to get it back up there again. You go from this agent with all of these grand visions of how things are going to go to an agent that's only producing maybe 2 to 5 homes a year. We want to help you solve that issue. We want to help you solve that major problem by helping you get systems in place. You see, you're being advised to cold call and door knock and send out expireds, and if you just do that long enough, something's going to give. Make 100 calls a day, knock 100 doors a day, and you can absolutely continue doing that. Nobody's going to stop you. But what you're going to miss out on is the consistency that having systems in place to do that work for you brings. It's 2016, and it's time that you started marketing your business in a way that reflects the year that we live in. It's time for you to get systems in place, to be generating leads for you so that you can spend your time nurturing relationships, which is your end goal. I would imagine you would rather have plenty of people to show houses to you. You would imagine have plenty of homes to sell. But instead, you're spending your days trying to figure out where on earth your next paycheck's going to come from and hoping that you are there long enough to see it. We want to teach you how to get some simple lead generation methods in place using nothing but social media, a couple of lead capture pages, or you could think of it like a website, and a simple follow-up system that would allow you to place lead generation methods in place that are going to generate leads for you while you sleep. You, no matter the hustler that you may be, cannot work as hard as the systems that these agents have in place. You cannot work 24/7. You cannot network 24/7. You cannot word of mouth 24/7. It is physically impossible. Mentally and emotionally as well. There's not an agent, there's not a person on this earth that can work that way. But having lead systems in place, I'm not talking about buying leads from you. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not going to do anything for you. I'm very merely going to show you how you could get some simple systems in place that will work for you. while you're eating breakfast, while you're meeting with clients, while you're doing lunch, while you're having drinks and networking with your colleagues, while you're sleeping, while you're spending time with your family, while you're at the bank, whatever it is that you're doing, you can have systems in place that are working for you. I think the old saying is that you want to work smarter, not harder, and you can work both. You can work smart and you can work hard. I just want to help you get a system in place that's going to pour leads on you on a daily basis without you having to worry about it, without you having to try and sit and stress and figure out where your next deal is coming from. So if you want to learn 3 simple things that you can do to put your lead systems on autopilot and to build and nurture lasting relationships that are going to bring you endless amounts of business, I want you to book an appointment with us. I want you to speak with one of our lead coaches, and I want to help you understand how you can get the success that you've always wanted. Not in a couple of years, in less than a couple of months, weeks, even days. Book an appointment with us right now, and I cannot wait to help you get these systems in place in your business.